So I really just wanted to do a driving video, like for first 100 miles video with the Land Cruiser. First of all, I don't know what it is about this rig, but I absolutely love it. I don't know if it's the shape of it, the visibility. It's got great visibility. I can see everywhere through all the windows and everything, so that's great. Or it's the nose view. Like I said, I'm not sure what it is, but I absolutely love driving this vehicle, and I'm really just really liking it in general. So a couple things that I have noticed and that I still need. So I did get a tune-up on it. I would have done it myself. I was missing some spark plug wires, so I had to get the shop to do it, which sucks because I haven't paid shop fees in a long time, and that's ridiculous. They charge, I mean, so much money. They do a good job, but they charge a shit ton of money for stuff like that. So I had them stop after the tune-up. Originally when I dropped it off, it was only running on 4 cylinders. The spark plug wires were just jacked up and the spark was off and everything like that. So now it's running on all 6 cylinders and running a lot better. Power steering fluid is still leaking out everywhere, so I got to change out the hoses. They said the pump is leaking too, but I'm going to start with the hoses and kind of go from there. Brakes, I don't think it has ABS, so I'm redoing all the brakes, pads and rotors, just going to do it all while I got it on there. They told me I need to tighten the front wheel bearings, so I'm going to do that while I have the front rotors off anyways to be replaced. Other than that, let me see, the seatbelt wasn't working, and what I did was I actually swapped the passenger seatbelt over to the driver's seatbelt, and so that worked out perfectly. So they are interchangeable if anybody's curious on that. Works out perfectly fine. I'm getting a slight vibration from the rear. I know it's from the rear because I can feel it in my butt. I can feel it in the seat. They say if you feel it in your hands, it's from the front. If you feel it in your seat, it's from the rear. And I'm definitely getting that. So I have noticed that. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but I do know that I am getting some sort of vibration, whether it's driveline or what. So I'll keep on figuring that out. I am getting also a clicking sound when I have the wheel turned all the way to the left or the right, which obviously I believe is the axle shafts. They probably need to be re-greased as well, but we will kind of see. Let me see what else. Other than that, guys, like I said, I really like this rig. It needs to be cleaned up, obviously, but no power steering. But overall, I mean, a lot of it isn't even that bad, which is great. It does need new mirror. I do need a new mirror for the driver's side. This one right here that's on here, it's just broken and the mirror itself is just flopping around. But I can see out of it. Door locks work, everything, power works as far as I have been able to find out so far. This rear passenger window likes to get hung up sometimes, but it still goes up and down. Let me see what else. I haven't messed with the interior lights or lighting or anything like that too much. Radio still works, which is great. I've been pumping the heater, which is nice. Look at that seatbelt. Like I said, this was just a accessory. Like it didn't do anything when I first got it. Trying to think what else I've noticed. They also told me I needed to do, I don't know, they gave me a quote for like $3,000, and I was like, that's just not gonna happen for brakes, front and rear rotors, and pads, the power steering pump, and that was also for the tune-up. The tune-up ended up costing me about $500 with $150 worth of spark plug wires. I even gave them the parts. I gave them the spark plugs. I gave them everything I had for the tune-up because I was gonna do it myself. So that part sucked. That was a big hit when I can't afford stuff like that right now. So that sucked. But on the flip side, I did have them check over the vehicle completely, and they did kind of give me a, you need to do some work on this before you take it, which I already knew. So, but that was good. I'm gonna get some new seat covers. That's cosmetic. I'm trying to think what else, but overall, I'm really happy with the rig. It needs a new antenna. The one on it just kind of limp and everything. But yeah, the seat doesn't go forward. Again, I'm just trying to think of random things that I can think of that just don't work. But okay, I need to get a trailer brake controller. I'm looking at the Prodigy. I think it's a P3. I've heard really good reviews about that, so I'm going to toss that in. I need to get a 7-pin brake or 7-pin trailer, 7-pin trailer plug swapped on. I'm going to swap out the battery. Still got the AGM battery I'm putting in, and basically just going to get it continue working on it as much as I can over the next couple days while I work on other things as well. So that's kind of it. If you that, like I said, that's pretty much it. I'm running at like 279,949 miles right now. But everything is working a lot better than it was when I drove it to the shop itself. Like I said, it was just bogging down. It just was running like crap. It does shift a little hard too, so I might just drain and redo the transmission fluid. I'm also going to do the front and rear diff fluids and the transfer case fluid, just swap all that out before I go as well. So I might just toss on the transmission fluid as well, maybe get a new filter in there. If it's just as easy as a Chevy 351, then it'll be a piece of cake, just some bolt drop, replace the filter, that sort of thing. So that's where I'm at. If you got any questions or if you have any insight on these, let me know. But that's just kind of my first 100-mile review on this rig so far. But yeah, I really dig it. Like I said, I don't know what it is about it. The visibility is absolutely great. I mean, look at those windows. You can see out of them. I mean, there's no real blind spots at all in here, which is awesome. I got the little limp antenna, small crack in the windshield. But other than that, guys, so far I'm happy with it. We'll see how it continues to perform, but everything seems to be working for now. Again, I'm about to take it 900 miles towing a trailer, so we'll see how that works out. But I'm just going to keep working on it and keep you guys posted. So there's a quick review of the actual driving around in it for the first 100 miles. So hope you guys enjoy. Got to fix some things and get her on the road and keep her going. So thanks again. There is one thing I'm trying to figure out, hopefully you guys can help me with, but it's kind of this, like I said, I am getting a vibration from the rear. I'm like 99% sure it's the rear, but I'm also kind of, I don't know if it's shifting hard or if it's hitting hard when it wants to shift. I know that can be two different things sometimes. Sometimes it can be the U-joints, but would that be in the drive shaft? I haven't had to deal with that. I haven't had to deal with that in a little bit of while, so hopefully it'll do that in a second when I go, and you can kind of see it on, hopefully you can hear it too, but it'll just kind of, it's like when it wants to shift. Here, let me see if I can do it. Give me a second. Okay, let's see. So right there, like when it shifted in a second, it kind of had a hit. Let's see when it does it in the third. A little less than the third. I noticed a lot more when it seems like it downshifts or it like lets off of, no, it didn't kind of, okay, so I'm in third. And then it kind of shifts again. So it's mainly when it shifts. So let me know what you think about that. If it sounds like it's more U-joint related in the drive shaft, or if it sounds more like transmission. Again, I'm a little out of tune on these in the older Spectrum, but any help you guys have would be greatly appreciated. And again, so let me see. It's kind of like the vibration in the rear is kind of like every couple of seconds it's like a brutal. It could just be the suspension. I mean, it is an old, solid axle Land Cruiser. So I don't know, but just food for thought. Something else I gotta put on the list. Not sure if it helps, but it definitely happens when I let off the gas. That's when I definitely feel a clunk. Not always, but when I'm going up to speed, if I'm like going 50 and I let off the gas, then I definitely feel it. Again, any help would be appreciated.